Hello everyone, welcome to the geography class of standard 9th. The lesson that I am going to continue today is lesson number 16, pollution, types and sources. The topic that I'll take today is air and water pollution, given on page number 128 to 130 of your geography textbook. With the following objectives, you will come to know about the natural and man-made sources of air and water pollution. Children, we already know that construction activities, wastewater disposal, agriculture, mining, home and garden waste, and logging are the main sources of pollution. Now let us study them in detail. Pollution may be in the form of gas, liquid, solid or energy. There are different types of pollution: water pollution, air pollution, solid waste pollution and noise pollution. All of these can be found in urban areas, that is mainly the towns and cities where the population is more will be the amount of the waste generated, more will be the environmental pollution. The main sources of pollution are household activities, factories, agriculture and transport. Children, since the Industrial Revolution, pollution has been a major problem affected with the same, that is the environmental degradation. We have already studied in the beginning of chapter that air pollution is a pollution that spreads very fast and spreads in the air and cause skin and lungs diseases. Children, these days the environmental pollution is quickly increasing and it is badly affecting our practices of agriculture, our industrial processes, our living conditions are becoming difficult day by day. It is affecting our cultural assets also and the physical environment also. We are already aware of the fact that air is the most important component of our environment, and clean and pure air is most important for our health and for our survival. But these days, the air is being polluted either naturally or by the human. So, the main natural sources of air pollution includes the gases from volcanic eruptions. As you can see, the gases coming out from the erupting volcano in this picture. The forest fire, which leads to the environmental pollution in a considerable amount. Even the dust storms, gases coming from the decaying plants, pollen from seed bearing plants, as you can see in this picture, spores from fungi, worms, suspended particles, animals, microorganisms and inorganic substances also causes the air pollution. These all are the natural sources of air pollution. Human made sources includes the smokes from the thermal power plants, smoke from industrial chimneys and furnaces, exhaust of automobiles, railway engines, aeroplanes, ships, break-ins, burning of garbage, suspended particulate metals from agriculture, industries, mining, power plants, etc. Let us read it from your book. So come to your page number 128 of your geography book. Sources of pollution. The environmental pollution is rapidly increasing, that is quickly increasing, and it is badly affecting the agriculture systems, the industrial processes, the living conditions, that is if the living conditions of the humans are becoming worse, physical environment and our cultural assets. The sources of environmental pollution can be natural, that is created by the nature, such as volcanic eruptions, forest fires, landslides, dust storms, floods, etc. Already I have shown you the pictures of these, and human activities such as transport, vehicles, industries, burning garbage, brick kilns urbanization, mining, extraction of oil, agriculture processes, deforestation, etc. Now let us study the sources of pollution in detail. First of all, we will read the sources of air pollution. Children, we already know that air is a mixture of gases such as nitrogen, oxygen, water vapor and other inert gases. Air supplies us with oxygen, which is essential for life on the earth. Man cannot live without air even for a few minutes. Clean and fresh air is most essential for all the living beings. So, air is the most important component of our environment. Clean and pure air is the first necessity for the health and survival, that is for the existence of human beings and the living organism like plants. Each human being inhales 16 kilograms approximately of air, that is mostly oxygen, and breathes 22,000 times in a day. But these days, due to certain activities of human only, the air is being polluted. So, the main sources of air pollution are due to natural processes and human activity. The main natural sources of air pollution includes gases from volcanic eruptions. Volcanic eruptions eject pyroclastics and volcanic gases like sulfur, ashes, causing air pollution. Then we have forest fires. Forest on a tract of woodland catches fire mostly in the peak of summer season or occasionally naturally caused by the lightning, also creates the air pollution. Dust storms. It is a storm of dust blown up from the ground when wind speed exceeds between 24 and 48 kilometers per hour. Dust is carried to heights of 1500 to 1800 meters or more in the deserts. Next is gases coming from the decaying plants. Pollen from seed-bearing plants. Some people are highly sensitive to pollen grains and bacteria. Pollen grains and bacteria also contribute to air pollution. Then we have spores from fungi, ferns, suspended particles, animals, microorganisms and inorganic substances. Now next is the man-made or human-made sources. The main human-made sources of air pollutants include smoke and gases from chimneys and furnaces. These gases include the oxides of nitrogen, sulfur, hydrogen sulfide and suspended particulate matter. They cause the air pollution. Then we have the smoke from factories, which causes the air pollution as they emit a lot of toxic gases into the atmosphere, and due to the burning of the fossil fuels, which is the major air pollutant. Then next we have the thermal power plants and exhaust of automobiles like four-wheelers, two-wheelers that have been increasing in number of the years all over the world. These vehicles release gases like carbon monoxides, nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide into the atmosphere and thus cause pollution. Break-ins, burning of garbage. Burning of garbage releases carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide gases which cause serious air pollutions. Suspended particulate matter like metal dust, fly ash, soot, cotton, dust, solid or liquid particles which are present in the air are carried through smoke and dust are also responsible for air pollution. These suspended particulate matter are obtained from agriculture, industries, mining, power plants, etc. So children, the industries mainly iron and steel, sugar, textile, leather and cement etc. are responsible for the emission of the toxic gases into the atmosphere. As fossil fuels in large scale are mainly used in these industries release carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide and particulate matters etc. Our vehicles like buses and cars releases carbon dioxide, benzene, volatile organic compounds, lead etc. Even ships also release the air pollution as they release sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, carbon dioxide and particulate matters into the air. Planes also cause the air pollution by releasing carbon dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, volatile organic compounds, particulate matters into the air. The thermal power plants releases carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, hydrogen fluoride due to the burning of the coal and causes air pollution. Insecticides and sprays also cause considerable amount of air pollution by releasing ammonia, nitrogen dioxide, volatile organic compounds into the air. Another important cause of air pollution in the volcanic areas are the volcanic eruptions as they release water, sulfur dioxide, hydrogen sulfide, hydrogen chloride. Forest fire releases carbon monoxide, hydrocarbon, smoke, fly ash and soot, lead, etc. The worst examples of air pollution includes the photochemical smog, lung cancer, acid rain and so on. Now let us read air pollutants from vehicles from your textbook. So once again switch over to your page number 128. The vehicles which operate on fuels such as coal, diesel and petrol are a major source of air pollution in cities all over the world. They contribute about 70% of the total air pollution. So what is the percentage of the total air pollution emitted by the vehicles? That is 70%. The main pollution emitted by the vehicles are carbon monoxide. Children, carbon monoxide when inhaled displaces oxygen in the blood and prevents the blood from carrying sufficient oxygen. The toxic gas when inhaled causes nausea, vomiting, drowsiness, chest pain, shortness of breath, etc. Then carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide concentrates exceed beyond set standard. It can lead to kidney damage and coma. Severe headaches and strain on the heart can result from inhalation. That is the shortage of oxygen to the blood for your survival. Nitrogen dioxide is a smoke chemical. It is also an ingredient of acid rain. In human, it lowers the resistance to influenza and pneumonia. Then we have unburnt hydrocarbons in the atmosphere that cause hypertension, respiratory distress, irritation to the eyes, nose and throat. Next is photochemical smog and suspended particulate matter. The exhaust from vehicles also contains some sulfur dioxide. Vehicles are the single largest source of carbon monoxide which bonds easily with hemoglobin to form carbonyl hemoglobin which may lead to unconsciousness and death. It can inhibit, that is, prevent the delivery of oxygen to different parts of the body. The unburnt hydrocarbons and oxides of nitrogen can help in the formation of secondary air pollutants such as ozone. These hydrocarbons in the atmosphere cause hypertension, respiratory distress and irritation to the eyes, nose and throat. From the above air pollutants, a large amount of dust is blown by fast-running vehicles. The volatile hydrocarbons, that is, the hydrocarbons that are liable to change rapidly and unpredictably, especially for worse, these hydrocarbons such as methane, acetylene and ethylene also cause the pollution of air. Air pollutants from industries. Many types of industries such as metallurgical, that is the industries that produces metal from their ores, chemicals, cement, sugar, pulp and paper, cotton textile, that is where the cloth is made, synthetic rubber, oil refineries where the oil is refined, coal-based thermal power plants where the thermal energy is produced by using coal, amid smoke, toxic gases, that is poisonous gases containing oxides of carbon, hydrogen and sulfur, and suspended particulate matter. Children, they also affect the quality of air. The oxides of nitrogen and sulfur are produced due to the burning of coal. They can form nitric acid and sulfuric acid, which may fall as acid rain. Now, acid rain is the deposition of acidic components in rain, snow, fog, dew or dry particles. The acidity can increase through the introduction of sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxides into the atmosphere. It can also reach the ground as dry particles in dust and smoke. Leakage of gases such as ammonia from urea plants and highly toxic chemicals, that is poisonous chemicals from pesticide plants, also cause air pollution. Suspended particulate matter, which refers to fine particles of solid or liquid suspended in gas such as smoke, soot, dust and vapor, are given out by asbestos and fiber factories, that is the factories producing thread, pesticide industries, that is the chemicals used to kill the pest, wooden furniture industry, power plants, iron and steel plants, mining center, cement plants, burning of fuels, etc. Smog is formed during the winter season around the industrial plants. It occurs when air close to the earth is cooler than the air above it. Under these conditions, the pollution cannot rise and gets dispersed and causes smoke. It is secondary air pollutant. Smog is formed due to the mixing of smoke and fog. Hence, it is a mixture of smoke and fog. It reduces visibility and affects animal life and plants. Let us study the air pollutants from the burning of garbage. Garbage is the organic component of the domestic, that is your kitchen waste, and commercial waste. It also includes garden litters, that is decomposed leaves, twigs, straws, hay, etc. Forest debris, that is the fallen dead trees and plants at a large scale. Then bushes, crop residues, is the plant material remaining after harvesting, including leaves, stalk, roots, etc. Then we have weeds, that is unwanted grasses, and other vegetarian waste. The most popular and convenient method for the disposal of garbage is burning it in open air. The burning of garbage produces gases like carbon dioxide, oxides of nitrogen, sulfur, and suspended particulate matter, which are mainly responsible for the air pollution. Suspended particulate matter includes smoke, soot, and ash. All these gases and pollutants reach the atmosphere in large quantities. The volatile organic compounds are released into the air by burning wood, coal, petrol, diesel, natural gas, and other materials used in factories or homes. This causes the smog, which is the mixture of smoke and fog. Now let us study the sources of water pollution. Water pollution occurs when energy and other materials are released into the water, contaminating, that is making dirty or polluted, the quality of it for other users. Thus, children, what is water pollution? We have already studied that water pollution is the contamination of water bodies. Example, lakes, rivers, oceans, aquifers, and groundwater. Here, aquifers are the natural wells from where the water gushes up with the force. Very often, by human activities, it occurs when pollutants like particles, chemicals, or substances that make water contaminated or dirty are discharged directly or indirectly into water bodies without enough treatment to get rid of harmful compounds. Pollutants get into water mainly by human causes or factors. Water pollution is the second most imperative environmental concern along with air pollution. Any change or modification in the physical, chemical, and biological properties of water that will have a detrimental consequence, that is result on living things, is water pollution. Although we as humans recognize these facts, that is the importance of water, we disregard, that is disrespected, by polluting our rivers, lakes, and oceans. Subsequently, we are slowly but surely harming our planet to the points where organisms are dying at a very alarming rate. In addition to innocent organisms dying off, our drinking water has become greatly affected as its stability to use water for recreational purposes, that is for entertainment purposes like for swimming, fishing, boating, etc. In order to combat water pollution, we must understand the problems and become part of the solution. Let us go through the types of pollution. Surface water pollution found on the exterior of the Earth's crust, oceans, rivers and lakes. Second is groundwater pollution found in soil or under rock structure or aquifers, that is the natural wells. Children, this is the image of surface water contamination. This is the picture of the types of water pollution are microbiological pollution, microorganisms that thrives, that is survives on water, and fishes that can cause illness to land animals and humans. Oxygen depletion, that is getting less in quantity, the pollution caused to it. Microorganism that lives in water and feeds on biodegradable substances. In this image, you can see a child drinking the water polluted by the action of microorganisms. In this image, you can see the dead marine organisms due to the depletion of oxygen level in the water. Thus, children, different causes of water pollution are marine dumping, nuclear waste, industrial waste, oil pollution, sewage, storage leaks. Let us study them in detail. Now let us start reading. So take out your page number 129, Sources of Water Pollution. A variety of pollutants arising from natural processes and human activities have polluted most of the water bodies on the earth. The consumption, that is use of polluted water, has caused several diseases in human beings and animals throughout the world. The main sources of water pollution are domestic and industrial waste. Now children, let us study the causes of water pollution. The first and the major and the foremost cause of water pollution is the domestic waste. That is the dumping of household waste into the first category here is nutrients pollution. Some wastewater, fertilizers and sewage contains high levels of nutrients. If they end up in water bodies, they encourage algae and weed growth, that is unwanted plants and grasses in the water. This will make the water undrinkable and even clog filters. Too much algae will also use up all the oxygen in the water, and other water organisms in the water will die due to oxygen. This is the image showing the formation of algae and weed growth in the water due to the discharge of wastewater and sewage containing high levels of nutrients. The second major water pollutants from domestic waste is sewage waste, which is the term used for wastewater that often contains feces, urine, laundry waste. The sewage and wastewater that is produced by each household is chemically treated and released into the sea with fresh water. The sewage water carries harmful bacteria and chemicals that can cause serious health problems. Pathogens are known as a common water pollutant. Pathogens refers to a disease-causing virus or bacteria. Oxygen depleting, that is the decrease in the amount of oxygen. Water bodies have microorganisms. These includes aerobic and anaerobic organisms. Here aerobic organisms are the living organisms that survives in an oxygenated environment, and anaerobic organisms are non-living organisms that do not require oxygen for their growth. When too much biodegradable matter, that is the thing that easily decay up with the action of microorganisms, end up in water, it encourages more microorganisms growth and they use up more oxygen in the water. If oxygen is depleted, aerobic organisms die and anaerobic organisms grow more to produce harmful toxins, that is poisons, such as ammonia and sulfides. This image shows us the dead marine lives due to the depletion of oxygen level in the water bodies. Underground storage and tube leakages. Many liquid products, petroleum products especially, are stored in metal and steel tubes underground. As they need to be transported from the depth of the oceans to the oil refineries. Other sewage systems run in underground tubes. Over time, they rust and begin to leak. If that happens, they contaminate the soils, and the liquids in them end up in many nearby. In the Asian countries, a lot of preference is given to the religious matters. So, the people under their religious beliefs go to take holy dips in the river water, and hence they pollute them. Now let us read it from your book. So come to your page number 130 once again. Water pollutants from domestic waste. Human beings use water for drinking, cooking, bathing, washing clothes, gardening, recreation, that is for their entertainment or joy, etc. The discharge water has soluble or insoluble organic and inorganic matter. In the municipal drains, the domestic waste is mixed up with garbage from urban and rural settlements, that is, from towns and cities. This highly polluted water is discharged into rivers, lakes, and ponds. Hence, the river water that reaches the cities is unfit for domestic and industrial use, that is, for your use in your houses and in the industries. Thus, the domestic waste, that is your kitchen waste, and garbage are the main sources of water pollution. The domestic waste contains plenty of organic matter in the form of food and its residues, that is the left-outs, soaps and detergents, human excreta, that is human waste, and large number of pathogens, that is the harmful disease-causing virus or bacterium. It is roughly estimated that about 75% of pollutants in water are mainly due to domestic waste, that is, the waste from our kitchen, hotels, houses, etc., including paper, cardboard, wood, vegetables and fruit peels, etc. Next important cause of water pollution is the industrial waste. Industrial waste containing paper waste, rubber, metallic, aluminium waste, etc. is drawn directly into the water, which pollutes the water. Industries cause huge water pollution with their activities. These comes mainly from sulfur. This is a non-metallic substance that is harmful for marine life. Further, we have another important source of water pollution, that is acid rain. Acid rain is any form of precipitation with acidic components such as sulfuric or nitric acids that fall on the ground from the atmosphere in wet or dry forms. Suspended matter. Suspended matter, some pollutant substances, particles and chemicals do not easily dissolve in water. This kind of material is called as particulate matter. Some suspended pollutants later settle under the water body. This can harm and kill aquatic life that live at the floor of water bodies. This image shows the marine debris, which are a part of suspended particulate matter into the water that causes water pollution. Mining. Mining is the process of crushing the rock and extracting, that is taking out coal and other minerals from underground. These elements, when extracted, that is taken out in the raw or crude form, contains harmful chemicals and can increase the amount of toxic elements, that is poisonous elements, which when mixed up with water may result in health problems. This image shows us the mining waste dumped into water, resulting in its pollution. Next important source of pollution is chemical water pollution. Many industries and farmers work with chemicals that end up in water. This is common with point source pollution. These include chemicals that are used to control weeds, that is unwanted grasses, insects and pests. Metals and solvents from industries can pollute water bodies. These are poisonous to many forms of aquatic life, may slow their development, make them infertile and kill them. We know that petroleum is mainly found lying under the rocks or beneath the sea. So it needs to be extracted out. After extracting, when it is to be transported to the oil refineries, at that time oil spills. That is, it separates in the water, forming a layer which is called as oil spill. Oil spills usually have only a localized effect on wildlife but can spread for miles. This is the image of oil spills in water which have resulted in its pollution. The oil can cause the death to many fish and get stuck to the feathers of seabirds, causing them to lose their ability. This is the image showing oil industry causing pollution. Now let us read water pollutants from industrial waste from your book. Coming back to your book on page number 130, water pollutants from industrial waste. The industrial wastes are most harmful as they contain toxic metals, that is poisonous metals like lead, mercury, zinc, copper, chromium and cadmium, and many other toxic substances like arsenic, acids, alkalis, cellulose fibers, coloring and bleaching materials, petrochemicals, etc. These pollutants are continuously discharged in the water bodies, that is, they are released into the water bodies either directly or from waste dumps. The presence of industrial waste in the water makes it unsuitable and harmful for drinking, bathing, cooking, washing, irrigating crops, and for industrial purposes. In industries which can pollute the water are pharmaceuticals, that is leading with the drugs and medicines, heavy chemicals, pulp and paper textile, processing and printing units, food processing, metallurgical units, etc. So, name the main industries which can pollute the water, that is pharmaceuticals, heavy chemicals, pulp and paper textile processing and printing units, food processing, metallurgical units, that is dealing with the metals. The end of the video, I hope that you have come to know about the sources of air and water pollution. We know that water is a valuable resource for us, so we should conserve it and dream to have a green earth. Thank you and have a nice day. Now your homework is to study the chapter thoroughly till here and solve the related back exercises. Thank you and have a nice day.